Hello, everybody. This is a very distracting screen to start on. I'm sorry. Uh, how is it going? Tonight, we're gonna continue working on trying to put together a trailer for Kineo for Vision Pro. I don't know. I don't know of a better way to define or describe that. But yeah, we've been working on trying to put together a UI for this, put together a trailer, kind of pitch Apple on, hey, here's why you should give me a developer kit. And we're going to continue working on that tonight. So we started working on this to kind of be a demonstration of the 3D layers effect. And it's not been going well. It's been going fine. Actually, it's been going totally fine. But something that we ran into earlier on, and actually this was more of a thing that we ran into with just the canvas in general, was this idea of using a volume for this instead of an actual window. And we did that for a lot of reasons. The biggest one was just like not being able to get the window the right shape and size that we want. But I've been doing some digging around, and it turns out that Beta 2 kind of fixed some of this. And so I think I'm going to kind of like walk back a lot of the work that we've done with volumes and try to get them to work with regular windows again. And I found a couple other things that are going to make this better, but yeah, I'll demonstrate those, and we will then try to pull them back into Kineo, because I currently have them only working in a different separate app. So that's what we're going to do tonight. But yeah, let me demonstrate what it is that we, oh, yeah, and what I was showing earlier, and actually, you know, this is another nice new thing that's in Beta 2, is that you can use WASD to walk around. It's really nice. But we're going to turn around here, and this is our problem right now. We've got this big volume for all of our windows, and therefore this, like, ornament pops out. We got some other problems with volumes as well. I mean, can I do this? There we go, snap back. We can pull up the screen. Yeah, that looks like crap for one thing. Just in general, it looks like crap. It wasn't supposed to be this broken. But another thing that we discovered is that if you click on any of these, it crashes and says, hey, you can't use this in a volume. So yeah, we've had some problems with volumes for a while. We knew it wasn't really the right tool for the job. And yeah, now we're really sure that this is not the right tool for the job. So we need to go back and fix that. But let me demonstrate what I discovered recently, which was, what was I looking for? So I was looking at the window resizability stuff again. I knew that that's a thing, and I saw some people say that it was working better in Beta 2. And it is working better in Beta 2. This is Beta 2 of Vision OS, by the way, which is Beta 5 of Xcode. But yeah, so we got this window resizability content size, and I tried playing with this a little bit to set a fixed size, not really a fixed size of our window, but setting a good default size. And then one thing that I really wanted to do was fix it so that that our window is always square. And I couldn't really get any of this to work. Like, I couldn't even get the frame stuff to work. There's also a default size, which I don't know if I ever really tried to get this to work. Let's try this. Oh yeah, I have a default size, but it's this. This did work. But this really wasn't what I wanted. And trying to go back and make this like a plain window now actually doesn't work at all. Because if I recall correctly, we had to change something in our views. Yeah, in our info plist. And yeah, that doesn't play nice with what we have right now. So I went back and I was doing this in a different app. And I was trying to play with it there. That wasn't really working well either. And I tried to do some Googling for it. Googling for Vision OS stuff right now, still kind of not great because there's not a whole lot of people out there talking about it. But one of the people who is out there talking about it is Steve Troughton Smith, who did some tooting about it on Mastodon, and was kind of just demonstrating a bunch of stuff. And then I found this video that he posted where he's got a little button that shrinks the window. I was like, oh, that means you can programmatically change the window size. What can I do with that? And I looked into that and I scrolled down a little bit more, and he posts a response to somebody who asked exactly that question. Wait, how did you manage to change the size of the window? And he responds, here's how I did it. And I had the exact same response as this guy. All right. UIKit. UIKit's a thing. And it turns out that yes, you can do one of the things that I want with UIKit using this right here, size restrictions. UI window scene, geometry preferences, reality, size restrictions. Because not only can you set a minimum and a maximum size, and as far as I can tell, it actually works, which is not necessarily true of SwiftUI. At least I couldn't figure it out. But one thing that you can do that I really wanted to be able to do is you can set resizing restrictions uniform. What is resizing restrictions uniform? It is not documented right here. Hold on. It's somewhere else. UI windows, scene, geometry, preferences, reality. Resizing restrictions. I definitely had a... Hold up. I definitely saw a documentation somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe they've just scrubbed the documentation. Well, it turns out that uniform is, in fact, maintain the current aspect ratio. It turns out that that does work. So I built an app that does that. And look, it makes it a square. It makes it 512 by 512. And better yet, the resizing indicators actually stick to that. And if I do this, it resizes as a square. It is always a square. So that means that we can definitely do that in Kineo. Now, the problem that we ran into was this is all SwiftUI. Kineo Vision is currently all SwiftUI. So how do we fix that? Well, we use this tool on the internet called Introspect. And what Introspect does is it gives you access to the UIKit stuff, UIKit views that underlie SwiftUI. And with that, one of the things that I can do is I can find a views window. And once I have a views window, I can find the views window scene, which is where this is. Will pinch to zoom gesture be available? I believe it is. How are you doing, Chris Blatt? It's not, if you're asking in relation to the things that I'm working on right now, it's not available. Oh, hi. I have a cat here. It's not available for like window resizing, but you can zoom inside of something. So yeah, as far as I know, that does work. Let's actually test it with the Photos app in the simulator. That should definitely have it, right? Try simulator. Come on up here. Cat just like wanting attention. Did I not have the simulator open? I definitely had the simulator open a minute ago. Hey, Michaela, how are you doing? Yes, pinch to zoom works. Nice. Yeah. I was gonna say I was just about to try it in the Photos app in the simulator, because I haven't tried to do that yet in any of my apps. Well, actually, I feel like we used it when we were testing Debugging, and we just used it, and it worked just fine. Oh no. Okay, well at least we have the simulator open now, so we should be able to get into here, get into the Photos app. In your own app, you'd need to add the proper gestures, but yeah, you can do pinch to zoom in Vision OS. Nice. Wow, this simulator is chugging all of a sudden. Is it because I've got a crashed app in the background? Seemingly the answer is yes, but also seemingly... Okay, here we go. So let's get to here, and then, yep, there you go. Pinch to zoom. Streaming Vision Pro sounds tough. Your computer starts screaming. Yeah. Thankfully, I stream from a different machine. You were able to identify that cat too easily. Yes, we have not built cat ID protection into Vision Pro yet. How are you doing, Eagle Knot? Michaela, yeah, thankfully I stream from a different machine that is actually running the simulator, so I think that's saving me right now. But it's yeah, I can imagine that if you're trying to run the Vision Pro simulator and stream like OBS on the same machine, it's not going to be good. Stream from a separate machine. What's your setup? Yeah, so I have an old iMac and then just a capture card. Trying to remember what kind of capture card. Oh, I have a Avermedia something or other. Avermedia. Yeah, the Live Gamer. I don't think it's the Live Gamer Mini, but yeah, I definitely remember the name Live Gamer. And yeah, it's just HDMI out from my Mac Studio into an old iMac that I have. Just, you know, a machine that I never got rid of, even though it is significantly out of date at this point. And so that old iMac is what does all of the streaming and the music playing. And then my little overlays like this. It can't do a whole lot, but it manages to stream at least. Yeah. I think it was the Live Gamer. I want to say it was like a GC550 is what I have. 50? I don't know. That sounds about right. Live Gamer Extreme. Yes, I think this is what I have. But yeah, it's just HDMI into this box, and then this goes out over USB-C to my iMac. This website does not want to load. Oh well. Oh, there we go. Fine. Oh, this is not what I have. I'm not entirely sure what model I have. I can look it up later and post it in Discord or something. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna try to get my app using Windows again instead of volumes. Oh, I don't have the sound. Oh, let's see if we can get the sound up before.
Depth 4-door flex refrigerator, 23 cubic feet, with family hub plus and charcoal glass top and stainless steel bottom panels.
This is true. I do stream from my fridge. The thing that you're missing, though, is that I have an LG Wi-Fi fridge, not a Samsung Wi-Fi fridge. I would never be caught dead using a Samsung Wi-Fi fridge. Come on. Yeah, so anyway, I don't know how far I got. Yeah, I described everything that I wanted to. That, yeah, this tool, Introspect, allows us to get the window. Right here. Window allows us to get our window scene. Getting our window scene allows us to call this UI kit thing that actually works. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to now take this thing that I've proof of concepted out and bring it back out to Kineo and see what we get right there. Sorry that a mere GE fridge user didn't know about all about how the top 1% of hackers work. Yeah. That's what you get for buying cheap American refrigerators. General Electric is the American, right? More or less. Yeah, they're headquartered in Boston. All right, so yeah, so we're gonna run into a couple different things. First of all, we need to get our UI scene session role fixed back up. So this means we're going to go back into the realm of Tourist. If your fridge comes to life, it'll have that accent. All right, where is... Oh, yeah. And Kineo actually still has info plist files. Let me work with that. This one. Yeah, so we are not a volumetric application. Requires a UI scene session role of UI window scene session role application. Not volumetric application. Are you posting an app, or are you, I assume that's porting an app or making a new Vision Pro app? Yes. I am not, let's see. I'm not just doing the, like, running on the existing app on iPad, if that's what you're asking. I am making a new separate target and basically reusing a bunch of code. So I kind of started taking the micro apps architecture that I learned from Jay and pulling out a lot of bits of my original iOS app and porting them into a new Kineo Vision separate app. That's what I'm doing so far. I didn't just add a target to my existing app because that would have been gross. It would not have worked. We've got too much old legacy cruft in there. It's all UI kit, almost all UI kit. But also, like, I don't think the design would have looked good on Vision Pro, and I don't really think that I don't think it would have been easy for me to work it into something that works well on Vision Pro. So I started a brand new app and am kind of just like pulling over pieces as they see fit. So in a sense, it's a new app, but it shares a lot of code with the original app. Donuts. Hey, Donuts, how are you doing? Ironic you all are talking about fridges, and I'm over here installing a new microwave. Nice. How fancy is your microwave? I have a very boring microwave, but it is a very large, boring microwave. And so I like having the ability to, like, stick a whole turkey in there. Be better if the microwave fit. Yeah, that would help. What does my app do? It is a animation app. It's a boring, cheap microwave. Peach's microwave runs Vision OS. Nice. Yeah, cheap microwaves are good too. I don't use my microwave enough to get not a cheap microwave. I probably shouldn't have spent as much money on my microwave as I actually have no idea how much money I spent on my microwave. Sorry to hear that. Just stick the battery pack on any frozen burrito and you're good. There you go. Hey, LCBC, how are you doing? Yeah. Michaela asked what the app does. Let's get back to there. I can't really demo it in Vision right now because it doesn't build. We're gonna demo it over in iPad land, and we'll show it there. Apparently, we aren't gonna do that either. Waiting for job offer. If I got it, I subscribe as a thanks to you. Awesome, thank you. I don't think I did anything to help you get a job offer, but hey, congratulations. Is this your first iOS dev job? Okay, so let's see if the simulator... Oh, it's not? You got fired like... Oh man, that sucks. Here, you know what we'll do? We'll run it on the actual device. See if we can get that working. One of these ways of testing out apps has got to work, right? There we go. So what this app is, Michaela, is a simple little animation toy. And you draw a bunch of animation frames together. So let's draw, my favorite go-to is a little bouncing ball. So you can do that, and then I gotta actually hide things in order to see it again. Oh man, I'm doing terrible at drawing here. This would be a lot easier if I had, you know, any hand-eye coordination at all. And yeah, play it in a little bounce mode. And there you go. Thing is, watching your videos, you downloaded Developer Duck, and by chance you asked something to it the day before the interview. Okay, so it sounds like you need to subscribe to Adam Wolf. I don't know that he ever did any streaming, but you know, you can subscribe to his app. You can actually sign up for an account to his app. You are paying the service? Nice. If you had hand-eye coordination, you'd be a designer. This is true. But yeah, that's what this app does. Is it just a nice little animation toy. I've had this app in one form or another since 2008. It was, I released this in the App Store a couple weeks after the App Store actually launched. Let me see, I'm trying to remember the exact date. It's on here. That means like it's coming up on its 15th anniversary. August 4. Oh, that's like Thursday. Right? Friday. This Friday, my app will be 15 years old. Can you export the frames to a sprite sheet type of thing? No. That's your mom's birthday. Nice. Your mom shares a birthday with my app. Hot Sauce 15-year anniversary. Oh, no. No, that's not happening. That's older than Peach is? Wow. Need to throw out a birthday party? Yeah, I mean, I see. It feels like I need to do something since I'm streaming on Friday. See, now I feel old enough that it's Peach is saying that that it's older than Peach is, but man, hopefully it's, you know, not literally the same day as your mom's birthday. That would be awful. You were still at college? I was also still in college at that point. I released this while I was in college. Now, you know, it says it's 15 years, but I don't know if you noticed this about this. You know, I have a release on August 4th, 2008, February 3rd, 2010, which, yeah, there's a bunch of ones that disappeared in between them. April 1st, 2010, and then April 1st, 2020. So there was a little bit of a gap in releases, about a decade gap of releases, but it was around that point. And literally, if you'd bought it back then, you still had the same download. Like, it's all the same download. Didn't know I'd been doing iOS that long. Yes, I have been doing iOS since the beginning. Yep. I had an app on the App Store. Not this app, but a different app. I had it on the App Store the day the App Store launched. So I've been doing iOS app not quite as long as you can do it. I think, like, Erica Sadoon has been doing it longer than me because she was doing it back on, like, the jailbreak days, and I didn't get involved in that point. But yeah, unless you were a jailbreak dev, like, yeah, Erica Sadoon. I think Steve Troughton Smith was also one of those. We talked about him earlier. Yeah, about as long as you can. That's how long I've been doing iOS dev. So yeah, it's been a while. My new hero. Oh God. Yeah, no, yeah, I just been sticking to things for a very long time, I guess. You've only been doing this for about 7 years? Hey, I mean, that's, you know, still a decent chunk of time. Is that longer than Swift? How long ago was that? Linked in the podcast episode. Yes, I did get my app linked. If that's the one by the guy from The Guardian or from Wired. No, what was his name? Craig something? Yeah, I did add my app to that list. About 9 years? Oh, Swift is 9 years old? Are you serious? You started with Swift too? God, Swift still feels like the new kid on the block. Yeah, if you look at that spreadsheet, it should be in there. It's ICOMO News. ICOMO News. Because that was what everything was named back then, was I something. I'm trying to load up this spreadsheet and share it over to here. Swift is new when you think about good old C from the 70s, yeah. Well, even Objective-C is like 1985 or so? 1984? I know 1984 is when the Mac came out, but was it also the year that Objective-C came out? Objective-C is the weird kid. Yeah, Objective-C came out in 1984. Let's see, I'm trying to pull up this spreadsheet. Oh, this has a lot more on it than the last time I took a look at it. But yeah, right here. This was, that was my app. And it's still, yeah, if I go look at it, if I go look in App Store Connect, it's still in there. I mean, this is how you can really tell that I've been doing this forever, which is that my autocomplete there says iTunes Connect instead of App Store Connect, because I've never changed it from when it was iTunes Connect. I wish you could have been one of the first to the App Store. It seemed fun. It was pretty fun. You know, just being part of that initial, like, rush. It's like there was, you know, nobody knew what it was going to be. And, you know, like, it was like, okay, you know, apps for the iPhone seemed like they might be a cool thing. But nobody, I think, really expected it was going to be as huge as it was. And then, yeah, the App Store came out. And you got to also remember that, like, it was kind of like the Vision Pro is probably going to be, which was that the iPhone, the first iPhone was like this very expensive, very niche product that not a lot of people had. But then the App Store came out at the same time as the iPhone 3G, which was significantly cheaper and significantly better, honestly. And so, like, just the amount of people that went out and bought an iPhone 3G and then immediately started browsing the App Store for, you know, anything and everything, because there weren't that many apps out there. They're just like, oh, we're just going to go download everything. Was ridiculous. Like, you know, I had thousands of people download the first version of Kineo, which was, you know, weeks out of the App Store release. You know, we weren't even, Kineo wasn't in the App Store day one. That, yeah, Kineo, like, was still getting all of that stuff. Yeah, hoping to have an app in the Vision Pro for day one. The same. That's exactly what I'm trying to work on right now, is trying to get Kineo in the App Store on day one. Kineo will finally be in the App Store day one for something. Actually, it might have been in the App Store day one for the iPad. I don't remember if that was true or not. I remember, well, here, we added the iPad Universal version on April 1st. I find it hard to believe that Apple released the iPad on April 1st. When was the first iPad released? April 3rd, 2010. No. Yeah? So yeah, I guess it was on the iPad day one. Yeah. So, okay, so it was on the iPad day one. It was never ported to the TV or the watch, so we weren't on those day one. Natalie Zora, I've only looked at a little bit of Objective-C, but what I've seen of it makes my head hurt. Objective-C's, yeah, it's definitely a unique language. It's not that hard, no. The problem I have, empathizing with people that have, like, are concerned about Objective-C. Objective-C was really kind of my first real programming language. So everything that was hard to me about Objective-C was just everything that was hard to me about programming. So much of it is like, oh, well, you know, this is just how programming languages are. And yeah, I know that's not necessarily yeah, that's not how it is. Like, Objective-C is definitely weird in terms of anything else. You had a Java background. Nice. It's got a soft spot in your heart. It will never leave you. Yeah, exactly. Yes, syntax is killing you from Objective-C. See, now, I wonder if Objective-C and its brackets are part of why I ended up loving Lisp so much as well. Like, Lisp is just Objective-C, but with brackets instead of parentheses. Or the other way around. Parentheses instead of brackets. No weirder than Rust. I haven't been able to get into Rust. I don't have a problem with Rust. It's just every time I look at it, I'm like... It kind of occupies the same sense to me as Haskell, which is that it's like... It's a language for programming language nerds, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. It's more interesting of a programming language because of the language than it is for... I don't want to say than it is for being productive, but it definitely is... I don't know. Rust, I just don't get it. It feels like you need to really be deep into the Rust ecosystem before you can be productive with it, and I have not had enough of a reason to want to do that. Whereas with other languages, it's more like I had a goal in mind, you know, whether that's Ruby or Clojure or Python or TypeScript or whatever. And obviously the Apple languages, Swift and Objective-C. But Rust, it's like, okay, anything that I feel like I would do with Rust, I can probably do better with a different language. You have to Rust before you can Rust, yeah. And so the, like, seeming barrier to entry for Rust, like, I don't have the motivation to get past that barrier to entry. So, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad language in any way. And I'm sure that if you get into it, it is super powerful. I mean, it seems like everybody who likes it does really like it. So, hey, you know, if that's your jam, go for it. But it's never really appealed to me. I don't know. I am falling way behind on chat. Natalie, cut your teeth on Lua. Yeah, Lua's an interesting language. I've only played with it a couple times. I used it a lot for the Playdate. I wanted to get into the Playdate development ecosystem. And it was fun. I never really did anything big scale with it. I drew a couple boxes and squares and tried to build an app out of it before getting bored and never completing it. But yeah, no, it seemed like a neat language. And then, yeah, no. You can Lua for NeoVim. Okay, yeah. Did you apply for a Vision Pro developer kit? No, not yet. I am going to. Part of what I'm trying to work on now is I really want to build like a trailer for what my Vision Pro app idea is going to be, and then use that to apply for developer kit. I want to be like, hey, look at this app in terms of this video, and then use that to like improve my odds. Because I feel like if I just show them Kineo, the iPad app, and be like, I want to make this, they're going to be like, there's no reason that you need a dev kit for this. You can just build this with a simulator. But I have ideas for what I want to do. Yes, this is the Vision Pro simulator right here. Sorry. We were working in it earlier. Yeah, no, so I want to do stuff specific to the Vision Pro, but I feel like if I just show them the app on the iPad, I'm not really going to get my point across as to like why I want it to do that. So I really want to like fake up enough of the UI for what I want to do that I can make like a trailer for it and then link them to the trailer and say like, hey, this is why you should give me a developer kit because I'm going to build this. Is there anything in particular you wanted to see, LCBC? Lua is a dead simple language. NeoVim was one of the reasons you were drawn to the editor in the first place. Nice. How similar is it to ARKit? I mean, not really, unless you're using ARKit, which you can totally use. And ARKit will give you like the anchors and stuff in the world, and you can stick whatever you want to it. Other than actively using ARKit to do that kind of thing, it's nothing like ARKit. It is much more akin to like a regular, yeah, you can use ARKit, but it's not required. And I have no plans to use ARKit. Well, I don't currently have any plans to use ARKit. Yeah, for the most part, it's more like a standard SwiftUI effect. I mean, you can build a window, you can build a 3D window called a volume, and then you can build like a whole immersive space if you really want to. I haven't really gotten into that. I also can't figure out how to work it in the simulator because there's definitely a set immersion 2 thing that doesn't seem to do anything at all, and so I can't figure out how to make that work. But yeah, I haven't done any of the fully immersive stuff yet. But yeah, building like an actual window. Oh, hang on, does this? See, this does what I wanted, and I couldn't do that. File a feedback about the immersion stuff. Yeah, I should. I don't. I haven't felt the need to build anything with it, so it hasn't really bothered me that it doesn't work. I don't like that you can't turn with the. I want to like WASD to walk around and then turn with the arrow keys, but the arrow keys just duplicate the thing, or at least, you know, like mouse look. I want to be able to wander around this living room. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back in, but it bothers others. Yeah, fair. I've filed enough feedbacks about other things. I need to file a feedback about the fact that this resizing behavior is only in UIKit, as far as I can tell. Because I can't get this to work in SwiftUI at all. You can hold control and click and drag to turn. Okay. Yeah, so you WASD and then you do that. Okay. I like, part of me wants it to work like a video game, and it doesn't, so. Yeah, this is Xcode Beta 5. That's what this is. All right, so let's continue trying to do that. You can connect a game controller to the simulator. I did hear that. I need to try that at some point. Actually, let's try that right now. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab, cause well, let me double check. macOS game controller support. Cause I have a Xbox controller that should work. Yeah. Switch controller. I don't. Yeah. Oh, the Switch controller is supported. Huh. Because I have that too. And it feels like it's less likely to break something than my Xbox controller is. Press the controller's Xbox button to turn the controller on. Press and hold the controller's connect button for a few seconds to put the controller into pairing mode. Open the Bluetooth settings and select the controller from the list of nearby devices. Okay, I will be right back because I want to try this out because this sounds like fun. So, 1 minute. music just totally cut out for a second as I switch back. Compile Swift. I turn up and he goes away. Conspiracy, I say. Well, it sounds like Michaela and LCBC teamed up to convince me to leave before you showed up. I'd blame them first. All right, press the controller's Xbox controller to turn this on, and then hold the connect button, and then open the Bluetooth settings. Michaela derailing another stream. This stream started off derailed. It has not been on the rails this entire time. Bluetooth. Xbox wireless controller. Okay. So let's try this out. Oh, there we go. Oh, the triggers bring you up and down. Any stream that stays on the rails is an affront to Compile Swift and yourself. The controller in the simulator, you didn't know that? So I knew it, but I'd never actually tried it. You're American, but the continent, not the self-appropriating country. Yeah, I knew that it could work, and I kind of just had never tried it. And then Michaela was like, because I said I wanted it to work like a video game, and Michaela was like, well, if you want it to work like a video game, why don't you connect the video game controller? Yeah, that was super easy. And then, yeah, I can go up and down, and I can move all around. It does seem like I can't select anything, which is a bummer. I don't seem to be able to, like, look at a button. I mean, I've got my cursor all the way up here, so can I do this? Can I get the cursor? Yeah, no, that doesn't seem to do anything. I can do it with my mouse, but it's a little bit of a bummer that I have to, like, move with this and then select something, but yeah, what are you gonna do? But yeah, no, being able to, like, actually just move around a lot easier. It almost is worth it. Just like, okay, yeah, I gotta now do the other device with this, but yeah, no, this works. All right. Why don't we try actually building the app again? So we changed this. We got this to scene session role volumetric application. I think we need to do this. And then maybe that'll get us back into actually running the app. And now you can port No Man's Sky to headset. I think I would need the source to No Man's Sky first. That seems like an important prerequisite. No Skyrim. Okay, so here's my view, which is now seemingly way too large. What do we got going on here? So hold on. We've got... Okay, so our window still exists back there, which is very weird. And then we've got this, like, floating in front of it. Skyrim is for everything. So I already have an app that is ported to, like, literally everything. Because I have an app that I ported. It started out as an iPhone app. Has an iPad app. I ported it to... God, what are all the things I ported it to? Ported it to my... Well, Android first. Ported it to LG TV. I ported it to the Playdate. I ported it to God, I feel like there's so many other weird things. I ported it to the classic Mac OS. That was during a... No. Was that during the stream? No, that was in preparation for the stream, which I ported Debugging to classic Mac OS. God, I feel like there were so many other weird things that I ported that to, and now I did a port of it inside of Emacs in eLisp. It keeps porting until he finds a platform where someone uses it. I'm the only one that uses it. Is the Vision Pro BLE compatible? It is, yeah. Windows 8 phone? No Windows 8 phone. I have built apps for Windows 8 phone before, but I did not build this app for the Windows 8 phone. I should. That was a good one. I loved my Windows phone. It was so nice. I actually, that's the only time that I've had a smartphone that wasn't an iPhone, was that I actually ported it to or I actually switched to Windows Phone for a while because it was so good. It was so good. It had like all of the like system integration stuff was like years ahead of what Apple had at the time. Now, in terms of having apps, they were years behind what Apple had at the time. But, you know, they had like all of the cloud connectivity stuff and just everything synced and all your everything years before iCloud was a thing. It was so good. Problems in here. You would never use a phone. I mean, yeah, but you're one of those weird security people. You know, you're Eaglenaut is the person from that Twitter thing that's like, oh, tech enthusiasts buy every new thing and IT professionals keep a loaded gun next to their printer in case it ever makes a weird sound. Eaglenaut is the second person. America. Yeah, we were running this, and I meant to explain something. Notify replaced your printer just the other day. Printer is long gone, was a friend until it wasn't. My printer is still going strong. I bought it about 10 years ago, and it still works great. It's a Brother something or other. I love it. It's good. It's the only good printer I've ever owned. You wouldn't shoot your brother. So yeah, this seems to be the problem that we got going on here, is that this is floating a little bit too much. You're like, Dad, he distrusts almost anything that uses an electricity and it's not an engine. Yeah. Sounds about right. Nutter was an HP, switched to Brother brand. It does seem like the consensus is that Brother makes the only decent printers these days. We just bought a company and suddenly they need 33 printers for work from home. Jeez. Yeah, no, just buy iPads at that point. Just everybody can share iPads. See, I still need a printer for like taxes. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I've done other than taxes. It's probably literally just taxes. Get rid of paper. Don't like tons of paper. Yeah. God, for my last taxes, I had to print out like thick chunk of paper. And I was like, I don't like having this much paper. This is not, I don't enjoy this. Yeah, we're going to go get rid of the, so I had like a depth effect on here. That was why that is so far away from the window. You signed up for something, they literally sent you a piece of mail telling you they signed up for that thing. Yeah. That, I get a lot of stuff from like banks. It's like, oh, you did this. God, the obnoxious one though is like health insurance. The other day, I had something that I was trying to, I had to have a surgery, and they called me and they're like, hey, there's a problem with this and we will send you a letter that tells you what the problem is. It's like, you're literally already on the phone with me. Tell me the problem. No. We have to tell you via a letter. So you have to wait 3 days for the letter and then you can do something about it. It's like, why are you doing this? All right, this is a mistake because I've been like just putting this together and now I have no idea where anything is. I need to massively clean this up. I think it's this right here. Signing up for paperless billing with a utility company only to get a letter in the mail telling you signed up for paperless. Yeah, that's another terrible one. Okay, we've at least made it flatter. We're getting somewhere. Okay. I think we need to make these buttons a lot smaller than they actually are. We also need to get rid of this animation because this animation is driving me nuts. But the problem that I had before was that if I disabled the animation, it just disappeared. And I think that's because I've got something here. So like, rotation 3D effect. If we are not animating, we have identity. So that's not it. Is animating. If we're not animating, it has an opacity of 1. I don't know what this is. Yeah. Michaela's gotta head out. Gotta actually work and stop chatting. Yeah. Don't get me started on snail spam mail for Save the Planet. Seems kind of ironic. Yeah. Agreed. Email is more secure than snail mail anyway. Possibly. I don't know how true that is. Eagle you're the security expert. Is that true? There we go. Okay, this is working now. So, depends on where your mail ends up. This is true. Both of them. Depends on where you live. Yeah, that's probably true. Like, I've never felt like my snail mail was... I would say that, but I actually have known multiple cases where, like, mailboxes were broken into. And not, like... Not the mailbox of, like, where it gets delivered to, but, like, the mailbox it gets mailed from. So, like, the big blue post office boxes. I've known multiple cases where those were stolen or broken into. Stuff stolen out of them. All right, so I think we've realized... Oh, here we go. Was that the problem? No, clearly not. Anecdotally speaking, you've had actual mail disappear, but I've had more email than I could ever want. In Latin America, you've known cases where the Postal Service steals stuff? Yeah. Yeah, so I guess it does depend on where you live. Mostly, yeah, it's not the post office people stealing stuff here. Not sure if mail fraud, but I got a giant pile of the old tenants mail that I eventually gave up on return to sender. Yeah, same. It's technically illegal here, but like after the 15th time that you get something and you try to return to sender and they send it right back to you, it's just like, I give up. You all don't realize how often your accounting departments are being hacked into. Yeah, see, like that case is where email is the suspect one. Is like it's not my email. It's the fact that who else am I being CC'd on? And you've got the stuff from. Did you crash my app? Why you crash my app, Mono? Look at this. NS range exception. Replace objects in range. I don't understand why this happens. Lol compile Swift %D. What I need to do is I need to log also like all of the information. Here, we're gonna do this. Hey, later LCVC. You still misspelled that. We're gonna get into Xcode 14.3 try to fix this. Because, or at least continue to try to do some logging. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to, actually, you know what? I'm going to build and run this right now. And I want Xcode to, or I want Mono to crash this on purpose. We're going to run it right here. So wait until you see the little doohickey and then try to say it again. Oh, also I did bring back the goat scream. So don't say I never did anything for you people. Okay. Mono, crash it again. No, see, look, it's fine. Why did it not crash that time? You didn't say the magic word. I'm gonna try, like, literally just copying and pasting exactly what you said. No, it didn't work. Why didn't it play the sound? That one worked. Everyone should encrypt their information at rest, in transit, and with ciphers when you send letters. I honest to God feel like sometimes Twitch just sends bad range information. Okay, we're gonna add more logging to this. So rendering string, is that what I said? Yeah. Parsed text. Eagle Nut, you jerk. I mean, that's one way to kill it. Be so horrible that nobody wants to send anything to you. Mo logging is no beta. I need more logging though. What am I trying to do? Mo logging is mo better? Yeah. Parse text. So what do we got? We got message. We have our message here. Keep working on this for 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Okay. So what do we have in a chat message? How long have I been programming iOS? I've been programming iOS. We name a variable mo logging. Okay, I can do that. I've been doing iOS as long as it has been possible to do iOS, almost. We were discussing earlier that I had an app on the App Store day one of the App Store. And yeah, the app that I'm working on currently will turn 15 on Friday. I feel like he's been doing Vision OS forever. Possibly. Chat message has a bunch of things. Emotes. This is what I need. Okay, so let's print emotes. It's just a video filter. He's Waz. You learned Objective-C on a Next. Okay, so you've definitely been doing Objective-C longer than I have. Yeah, no, I never had a Next machine. Yeah, I learned Objective-C on the Mac. And that was, yeah, probably 2003 or so. I think it was, yeah, around 2003. Mac is just a rebranded Next. Yeah, Mac OS 10 is just Next OS. Or Next... No, Next Step was the framework, right? Was the OS also called Next Step? Yeah, so the OS was also called Next Step. Yeah, Mac OS was really just Next Step responded. Yeah, NS Everywhere and Cocoa Code, yeah. That was why I was thinking it was the framework was the only one called Next Step, but no, it's everything. Okay, so we have an identifier and a range. What is... Yeah, it's like a range int? Yeah. Print range, no wait, 0 dot 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 1 type of 0 dot 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 1. That is a close range event, so it'll print correctly. So if I do like range, emote range. Still can't decide if NS everything is tech debt in the language. It's tech debt in the framework. Not in the language. Mono NS. Nice. Yeah, okay, so that'll print correctly. So let's go ahead and say rendering string blah with emotes. And we're gonna say New Zealand. message.emotes.map $0 dot identifier and range. We're going to have a string, an interpolated string, and inside that string, we're going to have a map that also interpolates strings. $0 dot identifier at $0 dot range dot joined separator new line. Let's put a new line here too. Okay, so we're gonna build that, and then we're gonna rerun that from terminal. All right, Mono, try to crash this again. I want to know why it just randomly crashes sometimes, because it definitely seems like it's not always the case. $443 at 18 through 19. Did the first steps to migrate to 2S last night, moved everything to a package. Xcode proj's looking quite minimal now. Nice. Okay, so that didn't crash it. All right, well, let's leave this open and we'll see if it crashes or not. Now, the other thing I want to figure out is why didn't the goat scream work? Because that should have worked. Did I remove goat effect from the list of effects? No, it's right here. Works on my machine. Okay, that seems to be working now, so. Okay, back to Vision OS. Hey, thanks for the follow, Antic Game Devs. Missed that sound. Okay, but when Mono does it, it doesn't work. Is there something that... $1,800 seconds. Wow. It's half an hour, right? Notre 10 goat scream. This is my, yeah, Notre 10. This was mine, right? Notre 10 goat scream here. Blah, blah, blah. This is mine. That one worked. But then Nutter 10 scream. Did you rename yours, Compile Swift? Or not Compile Swift, Nutter? There are 9 other Nutters before you. Let's go look at this. I want to figure out why the animated one didn't work. It seems like that's the case, is that the animated one doesn't work and the regular one does work. I'm going to see what we have in here. Yeah, no, Nutter 10 Scream. ID is this. Maybe the ID changed? Nutter 10 Scream with 843 dB? No, that's right. You need more versions of Xcode on your computer. I got a few. Don't worry about it. Including these 2 that don't even run anymore. Yeah, emotes v2. Eagle Knot. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's still running. Everything's still running. was just trying to log into your alt. Okay, so we're going to stop bothering with this one. I don't know why this would be... Because, yeah, this is a trigger, and so that should work. It is Nutter 10 Scream with that ID, and then there's Nutter 10 Goat Scream with that ID. Keep working on it for 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Oh, is that what the timeout is? I see. Nope. We're going to go back to working on Kineo. Okay, so what I want to figure out, I want to figure out a bunch of things. We're going to cut out this H stack. Get rid of this. We're going to get rid of this. Hey, you know what this might mean? It might mean that we get to get rid of this geometry reader. We won't need that anymore. Mono NZ alt is the left channel. I don't think I get it. Okay, and then we're going to remove the glass background effect on this. When you run the iOS app on the My Mac target, is it hard to make it scalable? It's so teeny. What do you mean by teeny? Oops. Because... resize the window? Are you doing the My Mac design for iPad? Because there's also the Mac Catalyst. Requires glasses to see. I thought there was something that you could do to... Oh, you don't support iPad yet? Well, that sounds like a problem. Can you even... Oh, I guess you can do that because you can do running on Apple Silicon. So Mac designed for iPhone. Do I have an app? I think Debugging doesn't support iPhone yet. So might be able to try that. Yeah, My Mac designed for iPhone. I think the answer is no, there's not really anything you can do about that. You'd think by now that Mono NZ would stream and ask us questions there. Oh, wow. Debugging would like to access your photos with a giant red alert. Well, hang on. Let me, no, keep current selection. Let's just do it that way. Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's the size that you get. This is all you get. Yeah, no, I think that's what you get. I'm sorry. Okay, for real. We're switching back to the other thing again. We got rid of our window. Okay, so we got rid of that, and now we have our window. And what we want to do is we want to make this window a fixed size. So we're going to give it a dot default size, 512 by 512. We're not going to do anything else to this. Something to us doesn't make magic. Okay, that actually worked. Okay, now we need to figure out how to make... look at that. That's... Yeah, this is the problem, is that you can do that. And I don't want to do that. I want the app to not do that. So what I had tried doing was there's a window resizability... content size. So this is the thing that I was not able to get work. That I was not able to get work. So what I wanted to say was like, if we say aspect ratio 1, content mode, fill. Yeah, see, that still lets me do that. I don't want to do that. And then I think I can also do like a content size No, what is it? Frame. And I can do this, and I say like min width is 400, min height 400, max width 550, max width, yeah, max height 550. I think this is also going to be a problem. Max width must precede min height. Really? All the widths go together before all the heights? Is that how that works? You told Creative Pepper about your Tourist. Their team is very interested in it, so I believe your YouTube video about it linked in their Tourist spike card. About it linked in their... Oh, is linked in their Tourist spike card? Okay. I was like... I didn't get what was going on here. So yeah, this also doesn't seem to handle the min height, max height the way that it's supposed to. Because this is very clearly larger than just slightly bigger than that box. I don't get this resizability thing. There's that. But moreover, the thing that really doesn't make sense to me is we have this window resizability, but what we don't seem to have is the ability to set an aspect ratio on here. I can't set aspect ratio this way. Window resizability doesn't have anything that's just like uniform. There doesn't seem to be anything like that. So what we did learn, and I don't know if you remember this from an hour ago when we first started talking about what we were going to do, is that you can do this through UIKit. And so we're finally going to get around to the last little bit that we did not cover during our Tourist thing, and that is dependencies. Because now we need to add a dependency to this. The resizability only in Vision Pro. Did the app actually crash again? Oh, it did. Sweet. Compile Swift crashed it. You'd think by now that Mono NZ would stream and ask his questions. Smiley face. 64 through 65. Okay, hold on. 1 minute secret mode. Because we're going to open VS Code, and I have no idea what it's going to have saved that I opened before. Oh, health information. Yep. That's, we should hide that. Okay, and then everything else is SVGs. Nobody cares about these SVGs. Okay. Come on. Come back. You'd think by now Mono NZ would stream and ask his questions. Plain text. Here is... Yeah, so if we go here, this is column 1. So we need to subtract 1 from everything. And then this is 66. So it's saying that our range is 64 to 65. Let's also, can we find somewhere else that we did a smiley in here? Because it seems weird to me that it's only 1. No, 35 to 36. Was just trying to log into my alt. So this one didn't crash, right? We decided that that was the case. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 36. 35 with a closed range of 36 would be 35 and 36. So if this is 37, this is 36 right here. Wait, now I'm so confused. Because this should be index 1, but it's actually index 2. So index 37 needs to be index 38. Yeah, okay, cool. So yeah, that's the range that we want. We go down to this one. You'd think by now Mono NZ would stream and ask his questions. Smiley face. 64 through 65. So it's actually 65 through 66. 66. 65. $65 and 66. That seems like... Is that right? Okay. Hold on. I'm still lost. $35 to $36. To make this easier, I'm just going to delete the first letter of each one so the numbers match up. 37. So this is 37 characters long. So it gets to that. This one is 65 characters long, so it should stop at 64. And it doesn't. It stops at 65. So that is giving me data that is longer than what our emotes are. Because, yeah, there is no 65 in this, because the count is 65. So you can't have a 65, because that's past the end of the range. So what am I missing that it thinks that there's something going on? So what do we get? We get attributed string for font. Hang on, we gotta pull up the source again. Blah, blah, blah. So we get our attributed string, replace characters in range with emote string. Is there anything else that we're doing ahead of time that screws this up? Attributed string equals this, which is just a string with the parsed text. There's nothing else that we're doing to the attributed string before getting into here. Is the apostrophe escaped or something? Hey, compile swift, that's not going to work when the app is not running. The service that does this is currently crashed. Is the apostrophe escaped or something? That is a good question. Was there an apostrophe in... No, because there was no apostrophe in the original one that you sent. The lol compile swift. Right? There's no apostrophe in that. Yeah. Lol at compile swift %d. For one, appreciate the hard work Mono and compile swift put into QA your fine work on stream. Maybe some new line shenanigans. So I'm wondering if there's something that I'm doing where I'm actually creating the chat message. Chat message is created from message. So message paren. Oh, what is all of this? I've never seen this before. Is this new in Xcode 15? Conforming types, ancestor types, descendant types? I don't have time to look at this right now. Starting with try message string line. I'm wondering if there's something in here that's going wrong. I almost feel like I have to log this. Where do we actually create this? If chat message equals chat message from there, otherwise if it's a ping, do something, otherwise print message. So I think I actually want to move print message to... I just always want to print the message. Okay, let's try building that. Okay, what did you send this time? It was... Oh, hang on. I need to know how many points to save up. You'd think by now Mono and Z would stream and ask his questions. See, that one gives me 63 to 64, whereas before it gave me 64 to 65. This also did not print my error, did it? Oh, metadata message. This is session keep alive. Yeah, why is this not printing that message? So this is not actually doing what I needed to. Build. Oh. Because it's not actually building over here. That's the problem. Because we're in Xcode 15. I have no idea what I'm going to call this VOD at this point, because this is just like, we've been so all over the place. Sorry, YouTube. Okay, let's build this one. Let's get it to build successfully. And then let's launch it over here. Mono has almost finished his iOS MVP app. He can almost start streaming new Project Fun. Nice. Just call it, sorry, YouTube chat has ADHD. Where was the, this one? Copy. Paste. Okay, so yeah, we're getting our messages like this. Look at all the information that we got in here. Okay, well, I'm going to run this some more, and you all keep trying to crash it again. Well, okay, see, this one does have a... what's the word I'm looking for? Escaped apostrophe. I'm wondering if the one that you create doesn't. Oh, hey, there we go. Well, that was easy. Wait, why? It's the exact same line. Okay, no, I'm gonna do it one more time, and you're gonna do it this time because there's something. Oh crap, that was really not what I wanted to do. Do it again. Wow. Okay. Now, what's weird is it seems did Nutter? Yeah, Nutterfy killed it this time. Okay, what do we got going on here? So, first, message tags emotes 64 through 65. So that is definitely coming in as 64 through 65. Number 1, 64 through 65. Okay. User ID, mod, badges, moderator, client nonce, blah, blah, blah. You'd think by now, Mono NZ would stream and ask his question. So now, what's interesting is this will have the right number of things. I don't think that I'm doing any escaping. Okay, hold on. I'm going to kill it again. And then this time I'm going to do this. Because I want to see if there's anything different. Oh, I literally posted the backslash. That's hilarious. Hold on. Escaping myself, yeah. Yeah, because this is giving me... Nope, that's you. This one. Where is the emotes in here? I don't even see it. Oh. It's a different emote, and it has a different range. I don't... That's the problem that doesn't make sense to me, is why does it have a different range? Because of my different emotes. Yeah, mine's pink. I think it was just a setting that I set on my thing at one point. But, like, okay, it makes sense that the emote is something completely different. But why... Why would the fact that I have a different emote ID also give me a different range? So now one of you do it again and crash it. Yeah, no, it really shouldn't. Yeah, emotes. 1, 64 through 65. Why is it giving me completely different... Why is it giving me a completely different range? That doesn't make any sense. That is super weird. It's Twitch, chat, API, emote, range. Let's see if anybody complains about this. Incorrect emote indexes in messages with the flags attribute. I don't know what the flags attribute is. I have a problem with the emotes tag in some messages in the following message, user info edited out. For example, the emote index for the kappa emote is 15 through 19. However, the Unicode character at 15 is A. Correct indexes should be 14 through 18. Only happens in about one message out of every million. So when I copy and paste those messages into chat, my program receives a message that is byte identical, but the indexes are correct. They have a value for the flags attribute, which is not documented anywhere. When I copy and paste the message and I get the correct indexes, the flags attribute is empty. Unfortunately, the flags attribute is not documented, so I don't know if my problem is related to that. Flags is an undocumented tag. We don't know what it does. This topic was automatically closed. Similar reported issue on GitHub. Yeah, flags is just here. No idea what that means. Oh, somebody asked me a question. I'm sorry. CocoType, do you know if there are APIs to create custom Mac apps that interact with the Mac dock? Interact with the Mac dock and in what way? Filed internally as MES 166178. 2 years ago. You want to group apps together in a folder and have that folder live on the Mac dock. So like inserting a folder into the dock. I think the easiest way to do that would probably be to use OsaScript, which is AppleScript. Let's see if there's a thing for AppleScript. Hey, this guy, how are you doing? Look, I'm going to go down an entirely different rabbit hole now. AppleScript to remove items from the dock. Persistent apps key of the com.apple.doc.plist file. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that Yeah, it sounds like you've got to edit the user defaults, which is a thing that you could do. I don't know how much... Yeah, exactly what this is. Yeah, I would do it. Yeah, I think I would try that. It seems like AppleScript isn't necessarily the right way to do this. It would be to run shell scripts, basically. But that does seem like, yeah, you can edit this persistent apps key in com.apple.doc.plist. Enums. Yeah, things are broken right now, so if you send an exact message calling me out, you can crash Cocoa Code. So it looks like they know about this, and it files. But emoji end index is greater than the message length. Yeah, if last index plus 1 is greater than the length, then last index equals that minus 1. If first index plus 1 is greater than length. Yeah, so I feel like I just need to just catch this, basically. I'm so far behind on chat because it's not showing up on screen. I guess, like, if this is just a known issue, then I just need to work around it, basically. So, where's my emotes? Replace characters in NS range. So what I need to check is, like, is that range even in the string? And if it isn't, then subtract 1. But then I kind of wonder, like, is that going to affect something where you have the emote in, like, the middle of the string? If NS range dot location, oh, is there like an upper bound? Sweet. Is greater than or equal to emote string, no, attributed string dot length. Return. We're just not going to render those emotes. Okay. Compile Swift or Mono or Nut or whoever wants to crash it. Crash it. Kill it. Kill it dead. Hey, there we go. Okay. So it doesn't render the UI. Yeah, EagleNot killed the crash Xcode. Yeah, it doesn't render the UI, the emote, but it will not crash, at least. Okay, here's what we're going to do now. We're going to try to actually fix it so that we can render the emote, at least. Okay, if NS range greater than upper bound, so let's make this var NS range. Because is NS range, no, NS range wouldn't be a struct because it's a class from, or no, I guess it would be a struct because it's not actually a class. And then respond to a 2-year-old thread? No, because somebody else already worked around it, so it's fine. If NS range dot upper bound is greater than this, then we're just going to say NS range dot length, no, dot location minus equals 1. No, I don't want to run it from here because EagleNot will kill it. Gotta run it from over here. So EagleNot can't touch it. Okay, somebody crash it again. And by crash it again, I mean hopefully don't crash it again. Hey, okay, so that one worked. Maybe compile Swift has the most stable chat stream. What are you doing here? Like, now it's like replaced something else. I don't understand how that worked. What is that? Yeah, exactly. Where did that come from? And now you crashed it. Why? Why? What has happened? Single emote crash. Oh, because now if you start it with that, it'll subtract 1? No, okay, so 0.1. 0, 1. No, that shouldn't have done anything. Now I'm confused again. Because this says the range is emotes, 0 through 1. If the length of the string is 2, because it's %d, we're saying if the range's upper bound is greater than or equal to the length, but the range's upper bound should have been 1. Am I misunderstanding how upper ranges work? Emote range count. Let's all just stream to Twitter. Let range equals ns range. Location 0. Length 1. Import foundation. Okay, so we have an ns range. Range dot upper bound. My understanding is that this should be 1. It is. Okay. But no, hang on. 0 through 1. Hold on. Range, let range equals 0 dot 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 1. Okay, so now we have that closed range. And then we're saying emote dot range dot lower bound. So range dot lower bound doesn't exist. What? Closed range has a lower bound. Oh, let range, no, sorry, duh. Range dot lower bound, 0, okay. Range dot count is 2. So location is 0, length is 2. So now we need let ns range length 2. Okay, so then 0 through 2. That's incorrect. Location 0, length 2. That should be 0 and 1. 0 and 1. So we don't care about the upper bound. Yeah, so we want this to be greater than, not greater than or equal to. Okay. Oh god, what have I done? There's no way that this is going to move me back where I want, right? Okay, have at it again. Kill it some more. I don't know what you can do to kill it, but... Oh my god, are you kidding me? Why is this so hard? Did I actually build this? Hang on, I may not have actually built that before I tried it. Try again. Okay, that time it worked. Well, that was the D. Okay. Okay, everything seems to be working. Oh my gosh. Are we happy now? You'd think by Nano... Yeah. Okay, it seems to be working. Now, what the real trick is can I do it? And it still works for me, where this was always working for me. Oh my god, I can't select anything. These people are chatting too much. And the goat scream still doesn't work. Okay, so everything... Oh, wait, hang on. Did I actually... I didn't see if mine rendered correctly. Okay, it did. But the goat scream doesn't work. Why doesn't the goat scream work? We're already so far down this rabbit hole. We might as well just test the goat scream. Why doesn't the goat scream work? Handle special message. Oh, I know why the goat scream isn't working for you guys. Because you're not subs. Ha ha ha. All of the emote effects only work if you're a subscriber. So then I need to check it out and see if that works. The animated one works for me. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, see, okay. So this one, that one came from me. That one came from Compile Swift. This one here should have been... Yeah, there we go. Mono just subscribed. This one, does this say that this is a subscriber? Subscriber 1, so yeah, that should have worked. Nice. Give goat. Try it now. I guess it didn't work with the actual subscription message, but that should work now, right? It would be hilarious if it still didn't work. You drive a hard bargain. There we go. Okay. Now that we've driven off everybody that doesn't know how nuts this chat can be. Okay. Have we fixed all of my chat bugs now? Is that what it is? All right. Nice detour. Yes. All right. So yeah, what were we doing? Toist. That's right. We were doing Toist stuff. We needed to figure out how dependencies worked. Find file. Toist. I like that did actually render. Oh, we've already got dependencies on here. Oh, we literally already have SwiftUI introspect in here. So that's even better. Okay. Project.swift. So this needs, no, Kineo Vision, wherever that is. Yeah, here we go. Just spam all of the emotes. This is going to need an external dependency. Yeah. Redeem Geometry Reader bedtime story. Dot external name introspect. See, I don't... I think they've updated it, which is a problem. Where did I even have this? Kineo, VisionOS. Dot external name introspect. Let's actually quit this and try running Toast generate. Didn't like it. Xcodes list. Yeah, we're using the right one. So what doesn't it like? Just delete this. has no member external. Did I accidentally... Oh, crap. Okay, we're going to do some more project description helper stuff. Toist, project description helpers, multi-platform target. Can have dependencies where dependencies is a multi-platform dependency, which we need to make also have a case external name string case dot external let name dot external. Give me some new lines. Name. Does that make you happy? Except I spelled it external. To generate. Hey, there we go. Oh, Lord. Okay, so now do we have access to introspect? Let's hope so. Import introspect. No, we don't. I was trying to crash the app, not a complaint about your code. I didn't think it was a complaint about my code. I thought it was a reference to compile Swift. There was once a line comment. Introspect. Yeah, why is this not working? We're going to go get the latest version because I'm assuming this doesn't work on Vision OS. Toist dependencies dot Swift. Hey, I totally accept free QA of my chat. Zero dot 10.0 free QA. You just paid me. I also accept negative dollars QA. For the privilege, yes. It's a charge money beta. Okay, so can I have... Oh, God. I love it. Import Swift UI introspect. How do I do this? Oh, you know, part of my problem. Hold on. 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Yeah. Toist generate. Toist fetch. I need to do first. I have no idea why this is like saying that it can't find user local lib. It seems like an important problem. Yep. Computed introspect at 0.10. So now Toist generate. Wait for that to finish and then use version on disk. Okay, so what version of Swift UI introspect do we have? Project. Package dependencies. Good, it's not here. Dependencies, so package manager, build, checkouts, Swift UI introspect. See, I think that they added a new, introspect of Vision OS, introspect iOS. Because it does seem to be called introspect. But then I vaguely remember that they had a version of this that was not that. So what do we got here? Kineo Vision. It does link introspect.framework. No such module Swift UI introspect. But do you have just introspect? Yes, okay. But then .introspect doesn't seem to exist because it's not here. It's on content view. .introspect. Hey, look at that. The introspect module is deprecated and will be obsoleted later this year. Please switch over to the new and improved Swift UI introspect. How do I do that? I don't remember how. So I've got this. Just as external. So do I need to do Toist dependencies? Swift package manager package.swift. Is this the exact same thing? I guess so. Give me graph.json. Introspect, bundle ID, introspect. I guess I'm just going to try editing it in my project file, which is to say this is SwiftUI introspect. You don't need a netrc file. You can use the keychain. That's an option. But yes, other than that, you do need some kind of external setup. I don't think I need to run Toast Fetch again, but hey, SwiftUI intersect. That'll work okay if you're building with GitHub Actions and the package is on GitHub, right? Well, if you're building with GitHub Actions, then I would just use the netrc. That seems way easier. But yes, it should work. I believe that's actually what we were doing when I tried it. Was no, I think I only ever tried it locally. We never actually got it working with I don't think we ever actually got it working on CI. Okay, here we go. Finally. We've got introspect working. This allows us to access our views window in UIKit. So basically, we're going to say we've got our content view. We want to know about its window. On its window, yeah, give us a UI window. So this should be a UIKit window. Maybe I have to actually get it building first. Print window. And then hopefully I can command click it or option click it and it'll tell me, nope. Really? You're not going to give me any help? Okay, well, I know that it's a window. Yeah, window UI window. Look at this. Okay. So we're going to say guard let window scene equals window dot window scene else return, because we can't really do much without a window scene. And then eventually we want to do a request geometry update, and we need geometry preferences. So what is our geometry preferences? Is a UI window scene geometry preferences. Reality is what they call this one. So if you look, they've got Mac and then I think iOS. Yeah. And then they called this one Reality, which you've had XROS and you've had Vision OS. I know there was a lot of rumors that it was also Reality OS. So is this a hint that that's what that was? Probably. And then we want this one. Size, minimum size, maximum size, resizing restrictions. So I think what we want to do here is set this one to resizing restrictions, uniform. And that will mean that it scales always being a square. And then finally, we can just put that there. And then what we should be able to do is build and run this, and it will always be a square. And we can finally be happy. I swear to God, if one of you crashes Xcode right now. Where's my resize doohickey? I don't seem to have a resize doohickey at all. Well, that's weird. Because that should have handled that. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Look. No matter where we drag this, it's in the right spot. It's always a square. Okay, now you can crash execute all you want. So we got that. We finally have that working. Oh, all right. That was a nice trip to get here. Let's see if we can bring back the... You had to take the fun out of it, didn't you? No, I think it would have been actually funnier if one of you had finally done it, even though I said no. I think that would have been very amusing. Okay, let's see if we can get this other thing back. So this was an ornament, right? There we go. I was waiting for it. Did he ever make your... Oh, I never did make your variable. Okay, yeah, no, let's go make your variable. I completely didn't realize that Nutter had done one yesterday, so I gave him his points back. But yeah, no, window scene here should be... and now I gotta scroll all the way back through all of the crash X codes to figure out what it was. Mo logging. Guardlet mo logging. And I think I, here, let's go ahead and give it to Nutter, even though I returned his. Phone Health Connect. What's today's date? This is July 31. Window scene of the main window. And this is Phone Health Connect by Notify on... What would that have been? That would have been 7/28. The geometry that fixes the main window to a square. Hooray! And then, yeah, window scene, request geometry, update geometry. No, this is Mo logging, request geometry, update, Phone Health Connect. Can we chain these requests to rename a renamed and remove the documentation? No. Nope. Once something is named, it remains named forever. In fact, I think I had to delete some code that had a Knatree name in it at one point, and I literally just like gave something else that name. Because it's like, well, I can't get rid of this name. This name is important. Optional chaining is possible, but might not get the result you want. Okay, perfect. All right, let's see if we can get the var. Let's see if we can bring back our little sidebar. So yeah, it's just a V-stack of the gallery button and the film strip. I think what I want to try to do is I just want to make that a... Oh, here, let's bring out this frame too. Let's make this its own view. Why don't we? Struct sidebar view that. That's why we don't do it, because it needs a geometry reader. Sweet. Okay, that's fine. How much to alias geometry reader is Coco view? Or Coco stack? Coco reader? The C stack? Coco proxy. Coco Love is a name that's already taken Compile Swift. Coco Moco? Coco Mocha. What was I doing? Yeah, the Coco the Third King of England. Well, I do call my cat Mocha Joe every so often. To the extent that when she's in trouble, she goes by the middle name Mocha Josephine. Mocha Josephine Pato. Get off the counter. Where is the ornament for the other thing? Is that... Did I put the ornament directly on the canvas? That seems kind of silly. Nope, I didn't. Where is the ornament? Oh, it's the toolbar. That's why it's not labeled ornament. That would make a lot of sense. So let's just add an ornament. Attachment anchor. What? That's not one of the options. Ornament attachment anchor. Dot scene alignment. Okay. Dot scene alignment is meeting. Ornament is this part. Let's try that. Okay, that's obnoxiously large, but that is kind of what I wanted. I also kind of want to offset it a little bit. Can I do that? Attachment anchor, scene, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think that's basically what I want. But yeah, I really don't want it to be over the thing. I want it to be along the side. Is there another app that has what I want there? Let's look at... Yeah, no, that's not at all what I want. Files? I don't know. I feel like there's got to be something that has like a little... I mean, the home app itself kind of has what I want. I know this is a tab bar. So, I obviously can't use that specific thing. Freeform? What does Freeform have? Oh, cool. Yeah, it also just has little sidebars. I feel like there's got to be something that I can say like, oh, I just want this, but I want it to float on the side. I could have sworn that Apple Music had that, but Apple Music isn't in the simulator. I can't listen to Apple Music in the simulator. I don't know. Yeah, that just goes as a sidebar like that. Ouch. Is Apple Music in the headset? Yeah, so it's on. We're gonna look at Hacker News inside here. You get to hear ouch in the sim though. I have no idea what you're even saying at this point. New window. Yeah, I can't find anything with a side ornament. Yeah, they've shown off Apple Music and some of the other. Oh yeah, ouch! I get it. Yeah, sorry. I was not thinking. Yeah, they've shown off Apple Music in the other in the stream, or in the like, you know what I'm saying. Apple Music Vision OS. You want a visualizer in the background? Oh, that would be cool. You should build that app. Go build that app. That would be amazing. Yeah, so Apple Music, well, this is not real. You can tell by that. No, I feel like they've actually shown it off. Is this it? This looks more accurate. But yeah, they also just have a tab bar. Yeah, but that'd be really cool if you could actually have like a visualizer that exists. Yeah, I mean, Nutter could also go build it. You and Nutter can pair up on it. Oh, here we go. This is an actual thing from Mac Stories. Look at that. There we go. You want to see her couch jump to the beat? Well, I assumed it was just like... have you ever played the game Tetris Effect? If not, you should. You should go play the game Tetris Effect. Everybody should play the game Tetris Effect because it's amazing. And play it on a VR headset. Like, go get a MetaQuest. Tetris Effect. Tetris Effect. .game. If you have a VR headset, definitely play it on a VR headset because it's amazing. But basically, it's Tetris as like a rhythm game almost. Not I mean, it's literally just Tetris, but it creates music based on what you're doing in the game. And so like every time you rotate a block or you drop a thing or you make a Tetris or whatever, it's creating music out of what you're doing. And it is mind-blowing. It's beautiful. It's I have a hard way to describe it. Kind of like Hi-Fi Rush. Much more immersive than Hi-Fi Rush, I think. But yeah, kind of. In that it's like reacting to what you do. But yeah, no, especially if you can play this on a VR headset, I recommend it highly. It's just amazing to play through. But yeah, that was what I was imagining. Something like that, where it's like the music, the entire world around you is like pulsing as you to whatever music you're playing. You should do that. When you get close to high score and the battery dies. I did at one point when I was playing this have to plug in because I was like, no, I don't want this to die while I'm still trying to do this. Oh man, the last level of that game, it took me forever to beat. It was so hard because it just starts going so fast. I mean, you guys know how Tetris can be. When I finally beat that, I was just like, whew. Bonus points for the trailer. I haven't watched the trailer in a while. Should we watch the trailer? Let me see if I can mute this music. You can watch the trailer. Because if the trailer does even like a halfway decent job of demonstrating it.
One of the first formal studies of the phenomenon was at Harvard Medical School in the year 2000.
This is not at all demonstrating this game. So let me just give a hint. Is this? Okay, this does not really do a good job of demonstrating this game. No, you should find like gameplay video or something on it. No, this is, yeah, maybe this is a little bit. Tetris copies. Yeah. No, I honestly think this does a better job of showing it, but like it doesn't have the music. But yeah, no, it's a very good game. I recommend it. Back to our regularly scheduled music. Maybe. There we go. Okay. What are we trying to do? I think I want to try to fix the width of this thing. What did Apple say that the button width should be? Was it like 66? We can go look at that later, but... Oh god. Okay. We'll have to fix that. 120. Surely we've got other references. Yeah, that's where that's coming from. Let's go look at the developer design human interface guidelines. Vision OS. Button. Nope. Size. Dimension. Vision OS 60 by 60. Okay. So let's just use 60 everywhere. And then I guess we can change these here as well. 60. Gallery button, also 60. And that probably means we can change the icon things too. Okay, well, we're getting a little bit closer. We probably need to change our border radius then. Wait, 25 was what? 25 over 120? 21%. Doesn't make a lot of sense. 48 out of 120 was 0.4 times 60. It's 24. Oh yeah, I guess we can literally just have everything, can't we? Okay, that's getting us closer. Let's go back to this. And our frame width is now 60. Our outer radius. Okay, so our button width. Oh, then in this case we probably need this to be different. 80. 60. $80 over 120 is 2/3. 2/3 of 25. It's like 16. Let's try that. So then, yeah, let's go with 80 instead of 60. And let's give this 16. Let's see what that gives us. Okay. Something's gone wrong. Did we have something in the canvas view that was also fixing the size? Yes, we did. We need like one place that has this. How do you find/know all the system image names? There is an app called SF Symbols that you can download from Apple's design resources. And this is where you do. That's where they are. If you go to developer.apple.com/design, there should be like a resources thing somewhere. Yeah, view Apple design resources. And this should have the SF Symbols app. Yeah, here we go. All the way down. You like having the list of all the icons you use in one place? Yeah. I mean, that's yeah. Should you replace the material icons you're using with the iOS icons? I think if you can, you should. It just will look nicer on the platform. I've found that it's very easy to pick up when the material icons are being used, and we're currently switching our app at the day job to material icons everywhere. And yeah, definitely the share icon. Yeah, if you use the Android share icon on iOS, then it's very sticks out like a sore thumb. But yeah, a lot of them do, because, you know, even if you pick the rounded variants of material, it's still a little bit more angular than SF Symbols is. SF Symbols is a very like roundy looking thing, whereas even if you pick like the rounded versions of material icons, I feel like they've got like harsher corner radiuses, and so yeah, they kind of stick out a little bit more. But yeah, developer.apple.com/design/resources, and then it's on there. It says go download the beta. So like material icons came mostly to commiserate and complain about Xcode. Well, welcome. Try vanilla JS. I like that philosophy. I mean, for me, it's vanilla TS, but I like the idea of the no framework movement. How do I do? Yeah, rounded. So yeah, this is kind of what I'm getting at here. Is like, look at this home. Like even here, the hard-coded angles, or the corner radiuses are more angle. Best meme site ever. Dare I click this link from a total stranger? It just says this connection is not private. It's HTTP, so it will scare you. Does it so it's like, okay, it's trying. Nice. Okay. I think okay. I'll pull it up. vanillajs.com. Oh, that didn't quite do what I wanted, but maintains every byte of code in the framework and works hard each day to make sure the small is intuitive. Who's using vanilla.js? All of these people. Yeah, if you want to check everything out, it's still uncompressed. I like it. This is good. Vanilla.js ops per second. Nice. Yeah, this is good. I like it. Yeah, I love my types too much to go completely vanilla JavaScript, but since it compiles down to vanilla JavaScript and doesn't have like a framework associated with it, I still think that's... I'm on the right path. But I can't live without my types. Good night, donuts. Have a great rest of your week. All right. So we got this more working, I think. Ow. Do a ton of AWS for your day job and you use TS a lot with infrastructures. Oh, you can use TS for infrastructure as code? I don't do a lot of infrastructure as code stuff these days, so... well, I never did a lot of infrastructure as code stuff. So I'm not familiar with the latest on it, but... yeah, the... nice parting gift, donuts. Thank you. AWS CDK, yeah. So I've only, the only stuff that I've even slightly touched has been Terraform. And that was mostly because that was what we used at a previous job. And it was like, oh, you need to set up this thing? Either you can wait for the cloud platform team to do it in like 2 weeks, or you can go learn enough Terraform and then just send them a PR and they'll do it in a couple days. But, so that was the only Terraform that I ever wrote. The only infrastructure as code stuff at all that I've ever wrote. Well, I have a Docker Compose file. Does that count? Not really. No. That's not really infrastructure as code. That's more... I don't know what you call that. All right, so we're getting closer. Mono nose twist. Welcome, KNH. How are you doing? Happy Monday. Yes, happy Monday to you as well. So I feel like I want to fix this being weird, but let's, oh no. Mono has heard of Toast. Can we actually just put like a padding on this and see if that does what I want? Dot padding. Dot trailing. 20. See if that does anything. Really? Somebody just now invited me to a meeting at 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's 10 o'clock. You can't tell me right now about a meeting that I'm going to have in less than 12 hours. Don't accept. I mean, I feel like that's the appropriate approach. Welcome to your world. See, I don't even have the benefit of being a manager and having people care to me. It's just, oh, you're an IC. You just go do this right now. Did this do anything to move the position of this ornament? I don't think it did. Submit a leave request. Oh, apparently it did something. Okay, so do I need... I just need to figure out how much of padding I need. 120? Okay, a little bit less than that. Let's try 100. Not 10. That's clearly not going to work. Good enough. We'll stick with that. Where's my my game controller's falling asleep. There you go. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Okay, so I think we need to fix that icon. That icon's too small. We need to fix the rounding of these edges. And then I think we need... in your time zone, that meeting is for 9 a.m. Yeah, I actually don't know where this person is, because they might be East Coast. So they might be... That might be noon for them. Okay, where's our film strip view? So I think we need to fix this. So we determine our inner radius is our outer radius minus our inset. Our inset is our frame width minus our button width. So it's going to be 10. But maybe we need this to be more like 8. And then I think we need, where's our content margins? Self.inset. Okay, that's already fine. You did schedule a 7 a.m. meeting for your Portland office once, and they were too polite to correct you. Oh no. Oh wait, no, we need it to be... Yeah, no, that's actually not right at all. Who expects anyone to be on a 9 a.m. meeting when the invite goes out 11 hours before? Yeah. See, these borders are wrong. Why are these borders wrong? Because the inner radius... Yeah, no, exactly. That corner is gross. Corner radius calculation. Determine the corner radius of an inner border based on the outer corner radius thickness. For a given t, where t is the distance, t divided by 2 plus r equals r... Oh, t prime divided by 2 plus r equals r r prime equals r minus t divided by 2 minus t prime over 2. What is t prime? This is a job for container shape. Container relative shape. Does that actually work with this? I don't know that that'll work. We can try it. Color not white, clip shape. Yeah, we did a clip shape here. Container relative shape. Should I actually just do this? Color dot white. This, and then this is... Xcode is giving you PTSD flashbacks. Can I just do container relative shape here and say that that's the clip shape? Will that work? Not mono, nutter? Yeah, that didn't work. See, I feel like the reason that this isn't going to work is because this glass, it's the effect is on this glass background effect and not on the thing as a whole. So if I did, what am I doing? There we go. If I did, what if I did a clip shape for this? Does that affect it? Container, no, not container relative shape, but like rounded rect, corner size. Rounded rect. Can I do a corner radius? Yeah. Self that outer radius. Yeah, what does a container need to have in order for container relative shape to work? Because that's not doing anything now. If the container shape was defined, it's replaced by a rectangle. Use dot container shape. Okay. Do I do that on here? Dot container shape. Set the container shape to use for any container relative shape within this view. Okay. So I actually need to put it on here. And we'll make this a thing. So then let's just do that. Let's see what that gives us. That still didn't really do anything. Oh, because I forgot to actually... I never turned the clip shape back on. That would help. Okay, that's definitely closer. Now if I give the glass background effect that same corner radius... Okay, I need to pull this up closer to me. We're gonna go back. We're gonna drag this back up closer. Somewhere over there. And then can we walk up to it? Sit down on the couch. Look at that. Look at that. Hey, everybody. Nutter, you should follow him. Nutter knows everything there is to know about shapes. And then some. Look at that. That is so much easier than what I did. Yeah, need help on SwiftUI? Ask Nutter Overflow. You'd pay $3,500 to see that corner radius? Yes. Yeah, can I give him a true shout out? Hold on. That's way harder than hitting a button on the Stream Deck. We'll give him a real shout out. There we go. Yeah, go check out Nutterfy. He knows all the cool things. And that is, yeah, way easier than what I did there. Why? I don't understand why it's weird up the top still, but you know what? We can worry about that later. Okay, so I think we're getting, whatever. Don't stop watching CocoaType right now. He needs all the help he can get. Yes, this is also true. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. We are going to fix that button shape because that button shape is ugly. There's a gallery button. Play the crash the chat game. Hey, the chat hasn't crashed in a minute. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, so what was this before? Show change. 48. It was 48 on 120. Thank you, Mana. Thank you, also Compile Swift. 48 on 120 becomes what on 80? 48 on 120, 0.4 times 80 is 32. Looks like the left side vertical menu object is aligned slightly higher than the right side canvas area. If I understand what you're saying correctly, yes, that's intentional-ish. It's intentional-ish. Let's reset our camera. Bring this up here. Do you mean the fact that this is like not quite planar with this? That this is the side menu is slightly forward of the window? If so, that is intentional. What happened to my toolbar? Please ignore anything I say about design. So what that is they have these things called ornaments. Here, let me... I like that they added the ability to comment out just part of a line, but it has bitten me so many times already. Yeah. What these are is they sit on top of the thing. They're kind of just associated with the window. And so that's just part of the design of this OS, is that they do that. And so, because I'm using that ornament, it's meant to be slightly in front of the window. So, that's where it is. All right, so now, where's my toolbar? I want it. If is toolpicker visible equals false, then show everything. Oh, if toolbar picker is visible as false. Why don't I get rid of this? I just... There we go. There's our button. Sweet. Yeah, we get that. Let's worry about that later. But yeah, no, that's working. What else do we got to do? I mean, we got a lot left to do. But what else should we do tonight? Is the next question. Let's I want to try to get that 3D effect back. We also can get rid of this print yo. Where was that at? That was on the canvas as a whole, right? Yeah. We had this animation. So let's say rotation effect. More rounded corners. Rotation 3D effect. That's what we want. Okay, is it actually just somewhere in like our... Hey, thanks for the follow. Try Vanilla JS. Yeah, here we go. Rotation 3D effect. And then we need to bring back whatever full transform was. Oh, we actually still already have it. Okay, cool. So let's put that there. We will not set self as animating. We're just going to say it's always full transform. I want to see if this just works. We do not need a breakpoint. I don't know why that's there. That doesn't seem to have worked. Yeah, this is going to be tricky to implement, I think. It does almost like, yeah, you can kind of see it right there. It did get applied. But because this box is just not there. I want like the ability to set a volume inside a window. Does that make sense? Yeah, because we created this rotation 3D effect. I wonder, because it went behind the window, what happens if I pull it forward first? Depth. A 100. I don't know. Okay, so that does pull it forward. Now the problem is, I don't really want to pull it forward. So we can see it. Don't like flat screen? Add in old TV depth mode. Yeah. We can see it. It just seems to be hidden behind that glass background view. So is there a way that I can get rid of the glass background view? What happens if I do glass background effect? Never. Oh, that didn't work. You have a possibly terrible app idea for me? Hey, your last couple app ideas have been fine. Okay, how do I get rid of a treasure hunt in your own home? I don't... You might be able to do that with ARKit. Easter special, let's go. Yeah, you would have to map out the whole house, I think, ahead of time, so that it could know where to put stuff. But then, yeah. Just put an air tag on each 50-cent egg, yeah. Vision, remove, glass, window, effect. Because I feel like I did this before. But I did manage to remove it. Vision, OS. A Vision OS window uses an unmodifiable background material called glass. But I want to modify it. I want to remove it. For developer guidance, when you create a window using the default window style, you automatically get the glass background. For developer guidance, see default window style. The default window style. Window style. Plain? Do I want plain window style? I feel like that's not necessarily true. Where is this? Because, yeah, we just got rid of this. So if I just do window style plain, does that get rid of my doohickey? It does, but it still clips. So that's a problem. Because what I want to do is I want to have a plain window normally. And then I want to be able to display 3D content inside that window, which I know I can do with Model 3D. But I need it to be 3D content that I can render, basically. A view that asynchronously loads and displays a 3D model. But I don't want to load a 3D model. What I want is to have just like a 3D box that I can stick stuff into. I believe it costs $600, right? I think that was the most you could charge that early on. Okay, this just conforms to view. That's not really all that helpful. Is there anything in here about like displaying 3D content? Wikipedia says 8 copies were sold. Yeah, a window containing 3D content. This is kind of what I want. Yes, this is good. But what I want... Although you can display 3D content in a standard window, the system clips it if the content extends too far from the window's surface. To display 3D content that has greater depth, use a volume. Because what I'm trying to build... Let me refresh people's memories or introduce people to it if they haven't seen it before. Do I have an app that does this? Let's just start with Debugging. We're gonna run this in. All right, we're gonna run it on the test type. Oh no, you know what? Do we actually know? Do we actually know? We don't actually know. So in the view debugger, we have, or in Xcode we have the view debugger. In the view debugger we can do this. And this is basically what I'm wanting to build, is this effect. And I guess that could work if I always pull it forward. If I just say like things split out forward and then, yeah, but see, like nothing can tilt past that initial point. You know what I mean? So how can I do that? I can like push the thing forward and then like spread it out that way. Does that make sense? So like, I can't cover up the microphone and then you won't be able to hear me. So like, here's the window, here's the thing. And what I can't do is I can't go past that plane of that window. But what I could do is I could like come forward, like a door swinging almost. And then everything comes from that. Let's try that. So that would almost mean I need to... Yeah, actually, what happens if I just invert the rotation that I've got currently? I'm rotating this 30 degrees on the y-axis. Let's rotate it negative 30 degrees on the y-axis. So that'll come forward at me. Yeah. I mean, that's not at all what I want, but... What happens if I do rotate it 30 degrees, but then I put that anchor on trailing? Oh, that didn't work. What on earth? Oh, whoops. Changed the wrong thing. Hey, thanks for the follow. Letters. Thanks for the follow, you. I'm gonna try. We're gonna get here. Dulrum 1 2 3. Yep, that's as close as I'm gonna get. Dulrum 123. There's no vowels in there. There's not even like consonants pretending to be vowels, like Welsh or anything. Where's the actual rotation effect? Here. Yeah, Welsh. Okay, I mean, this is kind of what I want. It's like that, but... Hey, you. Yeah, I'm just gonna start calling people at work letters. What's up, letters? How you doing? Haven't seen you since the accident. Okay, I mean, this is kind of what I want. This isn't not what I want. Can I go 10 degrees forward in X? Other way. Hey, Y, I haven't seen you since X. How you doing, insert name here? Oh. Thank you, KNH. I was gonna say, somebody's like giving or subbing to me just because I completely mangled their name. That's amazing. It is also amazing that KNH is doing it. Is KNH doing it just to make me try to pronounce that again? Thanks for the sub. You. Let me hang on. Let me. I'm gonna copy and paste this. I'm gonna see what Del Rump. We're gonna perturbing the stream to this degree deserves a reward. We're gonna mute this for just a second. We're gonna make Google say it, or not Google. What am I saying? We're gonna make Apple say it. DH. Okay, I need to. DHLRMFP123.
DHLRMFP123.
Well, that was underwhelming. Can we add them to the DHL the DHL Royal Mounted Finnish Police? Yes, I accept that. We're gonna add them to the say functionality. Where's we need the other X code. I thought it was Beagle-Knot who cared about horses, not Eagle-Knot. Because remember, Beagle-Knot used to be Questions horse. So this is all a Beagle-Knot thing, not an Eagle-Knot thing. What did I call this? Correctly pronounced? Yeah, here we go. Oh, God. That was perfect timing. No, that was great. Oh, jeez. Okay, now if somebody, well, after I build it and then kill it and then all the things. Back to here. You need to actually do the bill. You don't want to know what happens if horses can't pay their medical bills, Mono. That's why most horses are in unions. Okay, so now if somebody uses the say command with that person's name, it'll call them letters. Trying to remember how to do this.
Coco type sage letters.
Perfect. You've now been immortalized. Finish, please. Okay, let's get back to shenanigans. So we've got that thing folded forward. So now what I kind of want to do, good God, what's going on here? Is I almost want a Z stack of like more than one of these things. And then each one needs to have like a different depth. And then we rotate the whole thing. So let's do a Z stack. Which means, yes, I am literally doing a Geo Z stack. A 3D Geo Z stack at that. I think everything else goes where I want it. So if I do a canvas like this, then I do another canvas like this, but this one has a depth of 20, and then I do another one and it has a depth of 40, and then I rotate the whole thing. What does that do? Oh, weird. So it like, huh. So is depth a relative thing? That seems weird to me. No, what the heck is going on here? Do I have a depth on something else? No. I just have those two. Sorry. If I just put these Z stacks here and I don't put a depth on them, what does that do? Nothing. They're all just flat. So why did giving them different depths, why are they all separate if they all have the same depth, I guess is what I'm asking. Also, which one of these is the original? That's the real question here. Dot background color dot red. Dot background color dot green. Not all of us are skipping our morning meetings. Have a good evening. Eagle Knot, have a good rest of your week. Yeah, I should probably sign off here too soon. Is this actually going to change anything? No. No, it's not. canvas. Do we need to set the color on this? Yes. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Okay, so yeah, RGB. It is. It is going in the right order. So why are they different distances apart? Are they... Yeah, they're always different distances. So it's not just a effect of the tilting making it look that way. Yeah, what is with that? And can position do it? This room is full on endless hurdles. Can I do this with something other than frame? Okay. That functionality has to be new. Right? Am I crazy? I feel like I've never run into that as being a problem until today. And now it's driving me crazy. Yeah, that looks more even. But why is... Why? Why is it more even? Let's turn off the rotation and see what that does. What? So red is the furthest back, green is in front of that, and then blue is in front of that. Despite the fact that the depths... Yeah, I guess I don't understand how this works. And of course Apple didn't write any documentation to let us know what this means. No, a fixed depth for the resulting view. If depth is nil, the resulting view assumes this view's slicing behavior. Alignment applies if this view is smaller than the size given by the resulting frame. Fixed positions this view within an invisible frame. Oh, positions this view within an invisible frame with the specified depth. So my guess is, yeah, I understand what's going on here. So I need a 3D representation. I need a thing to understand. Z-stack is stacking these all on top of each other. I understand what's going on, and I'm having trouble finding a way to say this. Let's go to sketch, because that's always a good way to draw what I'm trying to do. So imagine we're looking at this from the side, where... Can I have an arrow? Yeah, here we go. This is the z-axis. Okay, so 0 is down this way. Infinity is up this way. And what's happening is, by default, oops, that's not all what I wanted. I want a line, basically. This is a height of 1. So by default, our views, let's give them the right colors. Color, no border. Our views are stacked like this, except pretend that they're literally 0 pixels wide instead of 3. Or instead of 1. So here's our red, here's our green, here's our blue. So there's our 3 views. So they're stacked like this. What we're doing when we put them in a frame is we're putting them inside a box of that size, and then we're centering them inside of that box. So what's happening when we make one 10, so let's say we make this one 10. Let's get another box that is just a border. Or better yet, you know what we're going to do? Yeah, no, we're going to get into another box. And this one's going to be 10 pixels tall. What we're doing here is we're basically setting this. Oops, why is this happening? Yeah, we're doing something like this. Why am I having so much trouble? Gray box like that. And so then when we did one that was 20, we had this. And that's why we were saying what we were saying. But I think what we need to do is we need to just give them all 10. And so, yeah, then even when we made them 10, so when we did shrink this back down, it still looked like that. And I was like, why does this have different heights even when they're all the same? I think what we need to do is we need to give them all equal depths, and then they can stack on top of each other. And so I think maybe what I need to do is I need to give them each a depth of like 5. And then they should all stack on top of each other and be equivalent. I think that's what we need to do. So that is correct. But then I also feel like we need to position the whole thing forward a little bit. Or rather, not really, because this is going to tilt. So let's add that rotation effect back. I also need a button that just takes me back to home on the controller. Okay, so that does that, and then, yeah, let's add the rotation effect to the whole thing. Yeah, that does what I want. Perfect. I mean, this is not at all what I want, but it has the effect that I think makes sense. Okay, see what that looks like. Yeah. Okay, I think that's what I'm going to end up wanting to do. I think we need to space them out a little bit more. But this is effectively the effect that I want. Let's hard code our depth so that we don't have to expanded depth. CG float equals 10. Is there a button for reset or a keyboard shortcut for resetting camera? Command Control O. Okay. Can we add button shortcuts for the controller? Let's make this 20. All right. Perfect. And by perfect, I mean not at all perfect, but at least this is kind of the effect that I'm ultimately going to want. Probably not with the actual glass background effect, but rather we can make our own fake glass background effect that is way more transparent. But I think this is what I'm going to want, which is that, yeah, you kind of just rotate out the layers and then you're able to pick your own layer. Because you're able to like see all of the layers. So Command Control 0. Yeah, what I want this to like fan out a little bit. Because I want you to be able to see all of the layers. Any word on the Vision Pro dev kit yet? I can neither confirm or deny. No, I haven't applied yet. I'm trying to get this together to the point. I want to demonstrate like, hey, this is what's gonna what this app is gonna look like. I was kind of explaining this to Michaela early on the stream. I don't think that I can get a Dev Pro kit on the merits of Kineo the iPad app, so I really want to show off like what is Kineo for the Vision Pro gonna be, and then once I have that, I think that then I can pitch it to Apple and say like, hey, here's the thing that I'm trying to do. You know, this is why I think you should send me a dev kit. That's what I'm trying to do. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see whether Apple agrees. But yeah, I really want to get this working. And I think that that involves like having this like a trailer effect basically for like, here's what this app should do. And so I'm trying to fake up a bunch of the UI real quick to make that trailer. Basically, that's the hope. But it turns out even faking up good UI is hard, especially when you have a day job and you can only work like a couple hours. It'd be nice if the canvas wasn't so blurred so that you could use the background IRL object as a pattern to draw around. Ooh, that would be cool. Yeah, no, I don't intend for this to be blurred in the final product. I just wanted something as an effect right here. But yeah, I think the ideal case would be I almost want it to have the like shimmer around the edge, but not have any other sort of effect. The problem is I don't think that I can do the like real true shimmer without having that very tight blur. Because yeah, like this, you can see this is reacting to like the light in the room. And since I can't get the camera information, nor would I want to, I can't get that same sort of shimmer effect. I'm sure Nutterfly could whip up a good shimmer. Where did that come from? Finally, you decide to show this? No environment. But yeah, I do think that that is shimmy shimmy. Yeah. Ultimately, I do want something more like that. You know, bagel place that can give me a schmear. I do want something akin to what you're saying, which is that I want like a clear window effect, like a piece of glass that is see-through, actually see-through, and not just this, you know, privacy bathroom UI. Get out the Windex. Yeah. Fire words. You can do fire words. Yeah, no, unfortunately, it's this glass background effect, and there's really not anything that you can tweak on this. You can say, it's there, it's not there. The end. A volumetric glass material is a 3D object which includes thickness, specular, glass blur, shadow, and others. Because of its physical depth attribute, it influences Z-axis layout. The UI content should be generally placed in glass instead of on top of it as overlay or Z-stack. A shape with rounded corners is recommended. If shape style is not supported, it will resolve to a rectangle glass material. But yeah, it doesn't look like I can really... Unless I do like... Can I do like a glass pattern background effect and then give it opacity? That seems like a bad plan. What is it? Alpha, opacity. Night all, great stream. Hey, you're supposed to take over after I leave, right? I think that's how that works. Or are we forcing Mono to do it? That would be monotype with the overtype show. I mean, yeah, this is working, but also, like... That actually looks pretty cool. This works, but this is also not, It's hiding the content of this. So I wonder... hold on. I want to try something. So, which is the foremost one? This is the foremost one? If I do this... And instead of putting the canvas here, I say this is a rounded rectangle. Corner radius. I don't remember what our corner radius is. Let's go with 25. And then I have this rounded rectangle, but then I overlay my canvas. What does that look like? Okay, that actually looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie. That actually looks pretty freaking awesome. Hold on. We're gonna do this to all of them. Cause then it kind of looks like you're just drawing on the glass. Yeah, because there's all your layers. Okay, that actually looks pretty sweet. Cause yeah, and it's even almost doing the like onion skinning effect, where you can see where everything is. Okay, that looks awesome, I think. I think this is gonna work. I actually like how this looks. I want to take just like a screenshot. Yeah, no, I like how that looks. I like how that looks a lot. How do I screenshot? Screenshot right here. Okay, yeah. No, that looks sick. Could a control be used to let the user control the opacity? So I think ultimately, like one of them, like you're going to be able to set like a background, and that would be kind of the opacity there. But yeah, I also like the idea of what you're saying of like, can you control the opacity of the various layers themselves? Send that straight to Apple, please. I mean, I need to build up where you have the ability to have different layers. because yeah, what I'm imagining. So let me talk through this trailer, because I've been sort of storyboarding out the trailer, which is that it's going to start and it's drawing like the regular. It's drawing the like bouncing ball animation. This one that I had earlier. Drawing that bouncing ball animation. Maybe a little bit better drawing effects. I came up with a way to fake draw with pencil kit, like automatically have it basically do automatic inputs. But it'll draw that and it'll show the bouncing ball animation, and then yeah, so it's doing all that. It looks like a, you know, fairly standard Vision OS app, and then you tap the layer button and it comes into 3D, and then it shows you like putting a background behind it. You know, draw like a, I don't know, a sunny day scene or something behind it, or even like, I don't know. But then after that, I want to take Mono's stickers idea, and so basically, the user pulls up photos side by side. Actually, I found out photos can't do this, so I'm gonna have to build this functionality into my own app. But like, you pull up the photo window side by side. So this would be a window inside the app, and you have like the cat, and then you drag and drop the cat. So you drag and drop the cat onto one of the layers, and then blah blah blah. You move the cat around, etc., etc. I think that was all of the things. Let's see. Let's pull craft up. Yeah, you show the puppet theater effect, where you can actually view the thing in 3D. I want to show that too. I don't know that I'm going to be able to do the Facebook AI thing that I really want to do. I really want to do that one, but I don't think that I have the time to do that before I finish the trailer. It'd be cool if I could do that, but I just don't think that that's going to work. I don't know that I have time to do this, because I really want to get this done like this week. And I don't think that I can get that Facebook AI thing done this week. But it'd be cool. I just don't know. I don't see it happening. Take photo with headset, make sticker, add to scene. Yeah, no kidding. That would be awesome. I don't think I can show that in the trailer because there's no camera effect in here. But yeah, no, would be really cool. Because, yeah, I can imagine showing this. Like, you've got this. You come over here. You literally, like, click and drag, and it pulls the cat out of the photo, and then you're able to stick it onto here, and then you animate that around. I think that'd be so awesome. Oh, I think the other one that I wanted to do was have like a video background. I think I could do that, but I don't know. Maybe it would be. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still storyboarding that out a little bit, but we'll see what kind of features that I can get. So, anyway, that's the idea. But yeah, no, I'm happy with how this looks, and I kind of want to do that. I think I want to have like some offsets to this so that you can pick them a little bit better, because I think this thing needs like a hover effect so you can actually see what's going on. You can, because you're like picking different ones. Highlight. You can integrate with endless hurdles and have your cat as the ouch player. You could. Yeah, I could do almost like an endless hurdles thing, and you could have the cat like jumping over the hurdles. That would be my animation. Yeah, did that fix this so that I can actually like hover over them? Oh, look at that. Boop, boop, boop. Which one do we have selected? It's that one. That's kind of hard to see. And also, I think it would work better if we had the hover effect before the glass background effect. Maybe? Actually, I have no idea. But yeah, that's the general idea, is that I want it so that when you select them, you can't actually see that effect at all anymore. It's actually significantly worse. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for me today. Do we have anybody that we can raid? I don't think we do. This guy NZ's not streaming. Mono NZ's not streaming. I don't think anybody has any recommendations, anything like that. But anyway, thank you all for watching. I will be back Friday evening, probably continuing to work on this. Thanks for watching. Oh yeah, let me give shout outs to everybody in the room that does stream. Nutterfy, you already got a shout out, but you're going to get another one. Thank you again for all the help. Thanks to Mono, who streams sometimes when we bully him into it. Sometime. Go check him out. He does a lot of, he's porting a Android app to SwiftUI. Check it out. Compile Swift. He was doing all the QA for my chatter. I mean, Mono was helping too. But yeah, Compile Swift is building not only SwiftUI stuff, building a lot of simple apps like that, but also doing some game development with SpriteKit. So you want to see how to do game development in iOS, check him out. And then, yeah, I think that's the people that we have in the chat today. But yeah, check them out. They've all been good. Thanks to Letters for the major distraction. Yes. Oh man, KNH, you missed the really big distraction earlier, which was Mono and Compile Swift crashing my chat over and over again. That was a real good distraction. But yes, yeah, like I said, I'll see y'all Friday. Have a great week. Goodbye.